Steffen. Another great job by Anthony Amy in the Sports Zone back at the Channel 2 studios with the halftime show. He's DJ Shockley. I'm Van Earl Wright. And we've got a blowout brewing.
Yeah.
What does Roswell need to do to get back into this ball game? Now, before I let you answer, head coach John Ford has already changed quarterbacks there at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, a little frustrated with Corey in that first half. I think offensively, they got to get some more big plays going. We saw the one big play down the sideline. Other than that, the run game hasn't been there. They're doing a couple of things, throwing some swing passes. They got to find some different things offensively to get them going. And defensively, they got to stop them because Milton is just running right through the middle of this defense and finding ways to drive the football down the field, and that's why they're up 23-3 right now. They have a chance in this game if they can make some more plays and stop Milton, but they haven't shown that in the first half.
Line of scrimmage is where football games are won and lost, and right now Milton dominating both sides of the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. Getting so much penetration Milton is, especially on defense. Their front D-line is getting a lot of pressure up front, and you going into this season, they've had 9 sacks up front in the first 3 games by their front 4 guys. So they're getting a lot of pressure up front, changing the line of scrimmage and getting a lot of pressure on those guys.
What do these quarterbacks tell their offense when they're in the huddles? And I think I know what your answer is going to be, but please share.
Well, for Milton, it's continue to do the same thing you've been doing. Don't do the stupid penalties. Don't do things that's going to hurt us, set us back as far as getting behind the chains. And for Roswell, you got to do a little bit more. Tell everybody, hey, we got to play for a little pride right now. We're down 23-3 in our own nest right now, so we got to make sure we go out and finish this half off really well and make sure they finish this game off well.
Roswell came into this contest with a 2-1 record, and that was pretty good considering that the last 2 years they were a combined 3-17. Head coach John Ford in his first year as the head coach after 2 years as the Hornet offensive coordinator. But right now, he and his team are struggling against their North Fulton County rival, the Milton Eagles, who came in undefeated with a 3-0 mark and also came in off 2 victories where they scored more than 50 points, those coming against Johns Creek and Centennial.
Milton's on the verge of their season average, which is 46 points, so they score another 23 points in this second half. They'll be right on target, so they got to find a way. I'm talking about Roswell, is find a way to slow down this Milton offense. They're getting the ball coming out of halftime. We'll see. We'll see if they made any halftime adjustments.
Shavy Bush squibs it down the field, down the left side. fielded by Tolliver at the 20, busting through a couple of tackles and a few more after that, and now pushing the pile and getting it out to the 46-yard line. Great return by Tolliver, showing not only speed but strength on that return and adding to his already impressive stats as a kickoff returner.
He's coming out running like this is the first half. This kid was running with some determination there. He probably got hit on probably about the 35-yard line, ended up getting the ball way out to the 46. So great run to start him off, great field position from Milton. Not so good for Roswell.
26-yard return by Chad Tolliver as Austin McLeod continues as quarterback for the Eagles. Came into this contest with a 62% complete percentage, couple of TD passes. He's an effective game manager in there, putting it in the hands of number 2, Chris Papur, on the swing pass down the left side. Good positive yards, pickup of about 8 for the Eagles.
Very positive thing right there on first down, positive yardage. They're so used to running the football on first down. They come out and throw the football on first down. Has this Roswell defense a little off balance with that first play. Usually run the football, but guess what? Here comes Miko.
Going to be a 2nd and 4 for the Eagles, already into Roswell territory. 2nd and 4 from the 48-yard line. Keeping it on the ground. Look at the speed from Miko Brisker. Again, very impressive. You know, head coach Howie DeCristofaro didn't really talk a whole lot about Miko Brisker in our pregame conference call, but boy, we've got a lot to talk about.
This kid has some good change of direction. He has some good downhill speed. And once he gets into that 2nd and 3rd level of your defense, it's going to be real ugly because he's looking to run somebody over.
Another fresh set of downs for the Eagles. It's 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. From the Roswell 40-yard line. Austin McLeod, the junior quarterback, as the Eagles keep it on the ground and again hand it off to Brisker. Picks up maybe 4 yards on the carry, maybe 3. Brisker came in with 3 TDs already in Milton's 3 previous games.
And Banner, like you just talked about when we first came back on, was they're changing the line of scrimmage. Their offensive line is getting so much push against this Roswell front that they're easily getting 3-4 yards every time they touch the football.
Gain of 3 yards on that first down play, so it's now a 2nd and 7 for McLeod and the Eagles. This time they hand it off to Tolliver, bursting through into the 2nd tier and getting it down to the 26-yard line. Again, the quickness of Tolliver on full display.
Wow, he was one shoestring tackle away from taking this to the house, and good pressure up front. You see Miko getting a good block out front for him, and he just hitting it and going forward. Tolliver is a very strong running back as well, and once he gets to that 3rd level, it's maybe a house call. And I'm talking so much about the 2nd and 3rd level because that's the first people that get to the running backs is those linebackers and safeties.
1st and 10 from the Roswell 27-yard line. Pass rush on McLeod. Scrambles out of it. Throws it into the end zone. Intended for number 15 for Milton. That's Clint Winter. I'm sorry, number 85, I should say, Jake English. Pass was way overthrown, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
Good job. I'm hoping he's just throwing that away. It was a good change of pace there. Again, Milton throwing the football on first down, trying to keep him off balance. Great job there. They throw it away, so they'll come back on 2nd down, try to get positive yards. Look for the run game here. You got Tolliver and Miko in the game at the same time. There's a chance both of them get the ball. Some things going on up front. The center lost his mouthpiece.
Tyler Perry, the center for the Eagles, back in formation. Eagles don't seem to miss a beat despite that little hiccup there. Facing a 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. Keeping it on the ground. Tolliver got to the 2nd level. Met by number 64, Cameron Whiteman. But still more positive yards for number 3 in the red and white.
Van Aero, it's a very impressive drive right here. Even though they had great field position, they're just methodically moving this football down the field, getting 3-4 yards here. Big 3rd down here for Roswell. All could be for nothing if they get a stop right here if you're up to Milton.
3rd and 4 from the 22-yard line of Roswell. Loaded backfield. Handed off to number 7, Chris Turner. He's already scored twice in this game, and this time he is backed up as Roswell was trying hard to strip the football.
Great job right there. We just talked about Roswell making a play on third down, and this is exactly what they did. They got the play. They want to just pound it down Roswell's throat, and they end up stopping him, forcing another long field goal right here. He's 0 for 1 from this hash already, so we'll see if he can even make it even better and go 1 for 2 here.
It'll be a 39-yard field goal effort by Jordan Genovese in his third year as the Milton kicker. 4 of 5 on the season.
Wow.
The 39-yarder, plenty of leg and accurate as well. So the score increases to 26-3 for the Milton Eagles. They continue to put a tighter death grip on their rival, the Roswell Hornets. 26-3, Milton dominating the action on this high school football presentation on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery. Back in the Hornets' nest, where Milton kicker Jordan Genovese once again booted it out of the back of the end zone for his 16th touchback of this 2013 season. As you take a look at head coach John Ford, frustrated, trying to figure out something that will work offensively for his Roswell Hornets, as he has starting quarterback Matt Corey back in the game, even though James Whitaker played the last series of the first half. They hand it off to Slade, and he picks up maybe 3, maybe 4 yards on first down.
Well, here's the thing. You're not getting much running the football. You got 4 yards there, which is great. You get 4 yards every time. That's a first down. But these corners of Milton are playing off. Throw some hitches, throw some screens. We've yet to see a screen to slow this fast defense down.
2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. Corey looking to throw and looking down the left side. Got a receiver, but picked off. Picked off by number 20, Lucas Nedza of the Milton secondary. Head coach Howie DeCristofaro told us that's a guy to keep your eye on. And he made a great play there because he was in the right spot.
Absolutely. One-on-one. You like the play call. I like it. One-on-one. But guess what? This ball is left inside. When you're throwing a deep route like that, you got to do it outside shoulder, let it land outside so that nobody can catch it except for the receiver or it's out of bounds.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why he is the former NFL and SEC quarterback, DJ Shockley, giving us a quarterback lesson.
Got to lay it outside. I had plenty like that in my time, so guess what? I've learned from it.
You've been in that spot.
So, Matt, you're not alone, buddy.
Milton takes over on their own 40, 1st and 10, still on the ground. Still giving it to Miko Brisker, and he's still pushing the pile and stomping on the chest of the Roswell Hornets.
Well, you know what? Do these guys get tired?
They don't look it.
These guys get tired. Look at this. Bounce it outside. You got to make that tackle in the backfield. That's where you make a play right there. That's the difference between this game and how they're playing and how the score dictates how the score is going out. 26-3. It's a reason why they're breaking tackles, missing tackles, and Milton's on the other end making the play when it's there.
All the way down to the Roswell 42-yard line for a fresh set of downs. You know, we're seeing this in college all the time, and now we're seeing it tonight with Milton. How do you like this when the offense comes up to the line of scrimmage and then gets called by the coaching staff on the sideline with a play check?
Well, you know what? As we see Tolliver going down the sideline.
Tolliver's
here,
down the left sideline and gets forced out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
just outrunning guys there on the sideline. You know, in high school football, we see it also in college as well, where they look to the sideline. Sometimes you just have to have those guys who can make the right decision. And we see Tolliver here giving him something to the inside. Now he just turns on the jets and gets to the corner. His kid's running fast. He's running hard. And Roswell has to do a better job of keeping containment because he's breaking containment and gone.
Tolliver came in averaging 9 yards a carry, and he has increased that average tonight with a couple of big runs. A big reason why Milton is dominating the action, dominating their rival by 23 points early in the third quarter. Huge hole for Tolliver. Gets it into the red zone inside the 15-yard line.
Very explosive offense. We just keep seeing all these backs run very hard. They run downhill. These kids, they go after. We talked about Polk, who's also a great runner. We've seen Tolliver tonight. These kids in the red zone, you just talk about being in the red zone. These guys are 11 of 13 in the red zone. 85% they score touchdowns.
That's amazing.
They've
really
outscored their opponents 139 to 47 this year. They score points. That's what they do.
They do. Handing it off to Brisker. Again, gets through the first contact into the second tier and gets it down to the 11-yard line.
Got a lineman down there.
That's number 73.
It's like Jake Mulligan,
Jake
senior.
Mulligan. Face down, laying down. He's been battling ankle injuries, has played just 2 of the 3 games. This is his 3rd game of the season, the 4th game for Milton this year.
Yeah,
he's had a problem with his ankles.
Their left tackle as well, Ernest Dye, has also been battling an ankle injury. So this is the first time they've had their whole collective unit together, and you can see what they do once they get together. They move the football well. But hopefully he's all right, and, it's a good break for Roswell here.
Catch their breath, maybe.
Slow down this offense, maybe.
Roswell defensive coordinator is Jay Jones, and so far he has been unable to come up with any answers for Milton's powerhouse offense that has dominated this action on a full moon
That's
night.
what it is, a full moon. That's what it is.
So the Hornets going to blame it on the full moon?
Oh, man, you're funny.
Nice shot, though.
Mulligan's up. He walked off the field on his own. So it looks like he's going to be all right. Hopefully he's all right. Just had to sit out a play and come back, but kid looks to be all right. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him or something. Anything happens on those piles, Banner,
What do you know? You were never at the bottom of the pile. You were the quarterback.
I have been under the pile. I have.
Rarely.
Not many times, but I have.
All right. 11-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Just storming and roaring through the Roswell defense all night long, and it's continuing here early or midway through the third quarter. He's got a loaded backfield. He's got Tolliver. He's got Brisker. And a timeout called apparently by Roswell. They did not have. Delay a game. Okay.
Delay a game on Milton.
Backing it up 5 yards, one of their rare mistakes on this Friday night, September 20th. Our 4th week of bringing you high school football streaming live on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery. 6:22 remains in the third, so it'll be a 1st and 15 from the 16, and another whistle stops play before they're able to get the play going.
Timeout. Roswell gets a timeout.
So they had a penalty to adjust their defense, and they still couldn't get it right. First timeout of this second half. As we say hello again to you, bringing you back inside the Channel 2 Sports Zone, DJ Shockley, along with Van Earl Wright, and a guest appearance by someone whose name I don't know. But
she wanted to get on TV, I guess. That's what it was.
She did. The weight training program that we were so impressed by after talking to Milton head coach Howie DeCristofaro, to me is just clearly evident tonight. The Eagles just dominating the line of scrimmage, as we pointed out, and yes, they've got the lead, so they've got that extra energy, and they're wearing down Roswell, but they're wearing them down physically.
They look very strong. Just from their running backs, their offensive line, everybody looks like they lift a lot of weights. I mean, not to say that Roswell doesn't, but Milton, talking with Coach, they do a lot of extra lifting. They lift 4 times a week during the season. And he said he gives the kids a week off after the season's off.
Tolliver takes the handoff, finds the corner, going for the end zone, and I believe he's in there.
No, they
nope,
didn't give it to
they're
him.
marking him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. I thought he hit the pylon. Still a good run by Tolliver.
This is the 3rd time they lose containment on this drive, and he gets around the corner and turn the corner. That's the best on best right there. That looks close. Maybe he stepped out of bounds over there.
Yeah, his
foot.
But
that's very close.
His foot hit the sideline. So they're at the 1-yard line, looking to add to their 26-point total. Still a loaded backfield for the Eagles. Hand off to Tolliver. Tries to jump over the pile. And it's a touchdown for the Eagles. Chad Tolliver with his 2nd touchdown of the night, increasing their score total to 32 points. Milton dominating throughout this Friday night contest.
Very, very good drive. Again, establishing the run, being a team that's going to dominate you up front. The big guys up front, you got to show them some love. They've done their job all night long. Nick Wilson, Ernest Dye, Tyler Perry, Max Mormon, Jake Mulligan, all these guys have earned their stripes tonight, and they rushed the football really well.
Genovese kick is good, so it's a 30-point
Look at those guys,
ball game. Milton dominating the action 33-3. You're watching high school football on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery. Genovese's kickoff fielded by Kendrick Jackson in the end zone for another touchback for the Milton Kickers. So Roswell.
Come on, Genevese, give him a chance. Come on, let him bring it out.
Roswell head coach John Ford going back to backup quarterback James Whitaker here on their 2nd offensive series of this 2nd half, trailing by 30 points with less than 6 minutes in the 3rd period.
Got to see if he can get something going.
Nothing up the middle on that off-tackle play, maybe 2 yards on the carry.
My guess is, they're just trying to keep this game, the clock running. If not, they got to try to throw it. And there's some conservative things they can do. They can throw hitches. They can throw the bubble screens they've been doing out to get a couple yards here and there, crossing routes. I want to see a screen to the running back, tunnel screen to the receiver, something that can give you a chance to get upfield, because we know this Milton defense is getting upfield.
Well, you got an athlete like Machine Slade. You got to get him that football. Right now they hand it off to the freshman, Sheldon Evans. He's carried the ball already about 5 times tonight. Came in with 25 carries for the season in their 3 previous games. Has 1 touchdown. He looks good as a freshman, looks strong. But I agree with you, DJ. They got to go to the air.
He's a very physical guy, but this is a game where you got to get down the field a little bit more. You got to push it down the field methodically, I know.
Handing it off to number 1, Colin McCauley, trying to use his speed, get around the corner, gets it out to the 35-yard line, but it will be 3rd and 5 from that spot 3rd and 6, I should say. 2nd and 6, my mistake.
Milton just stretching that play all the way out. Good job of them doing that.
Backup quarterback James Whitaker takes the shotgun snap, looking to throw, going downfield. He's got a man. That's Hunter Coleman.
Woo!
Beautiful stretch out catch by number 15 for the Roswell Hornets. The first reason to cheer for the Hornet faithful since early in the first half.
That's what I'm talking about. Let it go. Throw the bomb. You got to stretch the field. Second big play by my man Hunter Coleman right here, making a huge catch, stretching out for it. That's what you got to have right now. You got to have some kids fighting. You got to have some kids wanting it, and they're throwing it down the field. That's what I like.
Coleman got by the defensive back Devin Wilkins on that big play, and now they go back to the ground. Sheldon Evans, the ball carrier.
Coleman's dad actually in the booth up here with us next to us. He's pretty excited about his son having 2 big catches. He may have a couple catches already for 100 yards, so he's definitely been a spark for him along with the freshman. Throw it to him again.
Why not?
One-on-one, he's running by guys. Make it hard on him.
That was a 37-yard pass completion to number 15, Hunter Coleman of the Hornets. And he sets up wide out left on the left side.
Thank you.
Whitaker
all day
throwing
long.
The ball again. There you go. As you pointed out earlier, that's complete to number 84, Kendall Smith. But as you pointed out earlier, DJ, the corners are laying off, giving them plenty of cushion. Take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Sorry about cutting you off, man. I just get so excited when they actually do it.
Right.
And it's sitting right there in your face. Just throw it, play pitch and catch. Take the easy yards. They're called gimme yards. They're looking at you saying, hey, we'll give you all of this, so take it.
Again, this is James Whitaker, the second-string quarterback for Roswell, throwing it again left side, complete to McCauley. He does kind of look like Wes Welker when he's out there running around, doesn't he?
He does. He's a little versatile guy, and that's what I'm liking. They're throwing the bubble screens. They're throwing things on the perimeter that are getting you positive yardage. This defense up front for Milton is very physical up the middle. You haven't got much going there. Throw it outside on the perimeter, make plays, and that's exactly how you've gotten down the field right now.
Fresh set of downs for the Hornets. They're at the 17-yard line inside the red zone of the Milton Eagles. 3 minutes remain in the third period. Roswell desperate to get on the scoreboard. Handing it off to the freshman running back, Sheldon Evans, who picks up about 6 yards down to the 11-yard line of the Eagles.
Good run. Now you're approaching inside the red zone. You're approaching that goal line. Now the field shrinks. You can't really push it down the field anymore. But Milton is still giving you the hitches. They're giving you the bubble screens. They're giving you the things that you can take. See him giving back to the freshman end. See if the freshman can get downhill again.
McCauley set up in the slot on the right side. Whitaker rolling right, looking for a target. Has a receiver, but knocked away by number 13 of the Milton Eagles. That's Chase Polkow, a senior DB.
Great play call. Good job getting outside, landing out here to the receiver. Just a good play by the defensive back. That's an awesome play there. Corner out to the end zone. They had a chance at it. I like him being aggressive towards the end zone. Defensive player made a great play on it. Good job by Chase there.
Line of scrimmage is the 11-yard line. Hornets desperate for a first down, facing a 3rd and 4. Whitaker faking the throw, hands it off to Evans, and he does not get anywhere. In fact, he might have lost a yard on the play. 96, the first man there, Nick Steinhaus, the junior defensive lineman.
Yeah, he had 2-3 defensive linemen already in the backfield by the time he got the football. They definitely owned the line of scrimmage like we talked about at the beginning of this half. Looks like we're going for it here on 4th down. Obviously looking forward to a pass here. You're not going to run it up the middle. Looking for some type of pass screen. You got Wes Welker out there in the slot. Give it to him.
4th and 5 for the Hornets. Whitaker throwing it to the corner. Miscommunication. He was going for Hunter Coleman, and Hunter did an end step. And Whitaker was looking for the fade route on the sideline, and it was not there. So the ball will go over on downs, back to the Eagles.
Well, you know what? You're down by 30 right now. You didn't get any points out of that. But still, for future reference, that's positive. You did some good things on that drive. You moved the ball down the field. Even though you did score, you changed the field position. You didn't give Milton a good chance at another easy touchdown. Make them drive the whole field now. You prefer points, but you also changed the field position game right now.
John Ford, head coach of the Hornets, a frustrated man as he talks with his receiver, Hunter Coleman, who apparently ran the wrong route. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They take over on their own 12-yard line and pick up yet more positive yards, courtesy of Miko Brisker.
Pretty much going to be
that'll be the formula the rest of the night.
That's definitely going to be the formula. That's going to be the issue of the game. Their coach talking about what they're seeing right there, talking to his quarterback, and I thought he played pretty well on that drive. He had the miscommunication at the end, but the kid actually threw the ball really well in that last drive. You gotta say James Whitaker had a great drive there. Just wish they would have finished it.
2nd and 3, another great situation for the Eagles offense. McLeod handing it off to Tolliver. Whoa, a Hornet went flying. Tolliver threatens the first down marker.
It just looks like this Milton team is just a little bit more physical than the Roswell team.
I think a lot more physical.
And that's the difference. And we talked about the line of scrimmage. We talked about them controlling offensively and defensively the line. Roswell guys, you just said they're flying all around the place, and Milton just being more physical at the point of attack.
1st and 10 for the Milton Eagles in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Thrown to number 83, John Sistrunk, complete. And yet another positive play offensively for the Eagles.
Well, when you run the ball as well as Milton is doing, you're going to get so many guys in that box that's trying to stop the run. And that opens up the pass, and it's a lot easier to throw the football. You see there, they already got 7 guys in the box right now.
Final seconds ticking away of this 3rd period. Milton once again on the move and looking to add to their 33-point total. McLeod, a quick release on the slant pattern, complete again to Sistrunk. That'll be plenty enough for another first down, and that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter after they reset the chains.
They definitely open it up. The run and set up the pass now, and they can throw it all they want now.
They wind the clock. I believe Milton's just going to let the clock run out and bring us to the end of 3 periods. We are in the Hornets' nest in Roswell, Georgia, but there has been no sting available for the home team. All Milton Eagles dominating by 30. You're watching high school football on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery. First and 10 for the Eagles as they hand it off to Chris Turner, number 7, the junior running back. He, too, along with the rest of his teammates, showing plenty of strength and power as he moves the pile and gets it out to the 48-yard line of Milton.
Don't see much passing here. 11 minutes though in this game. They want to get out of here healthy. They're up by 30. They're doing some positive things still. See Big Miko coming back in the game. They're going to probably rush the football some more, but they rushed the football so well they started throwing the ball towards the end of that 3rd quarter.
2nd and 4 for the Eagles from their own 48. Milton head coach Howie
Christopher
almost made it the whole game. Cristofaro told us that they asked their quarterback, Austin McLeod, to be the game manager. He's done a great job, except that time Roswell got in on the pass rush. Leroy Wilson with the sack.
Very true. We talked about the strength of this team, and Coach believes, getting in the weight room mentally and physically is good for him. He gives the kids a week off after the season's over, and they're back in it 5 days a week. They live 4 days a week during the season. So these kids are very strong, and they love to get after it.
3rd and 10 right now for the Eagles from their own 42-yard line. Referee Jerry Kelly with the indicator, false start for the Eagles, so it'll be 3rd and 15.
Milton's got some good players up front now. That's the reason why they're so good. Left guard Nick Wilson, number 51. He's a real athletic kid. He has tons of offers, and, they've learned a lot from him coming up. You see him right there, left guard, number 51. Tons of offers. One of the returning starters on this offense.
That's what's impressive. He's the only returning starter on the line.
And
look
well.
at the job they're doing. Handing it off to number 38, Nathan Craner. He, too, finds some running room and gets it out to the 44-yard line of Milton.
Nothing about it, just stretching out east and west. You see Miko leading the way, getting two
that.
guys. He
Look
just
at
pancaked 2 guys on 1 block. That's what you call getting 2 for 1 right there, Miko. Miko's doing it all around, blocking, running.
Miko's going to have a good time in the video review of this game.
Yeah, he's probably going to grade out pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
At least we get to see a good punt right here.
Milton did come up short for the first down, so Matt Moskowitz making a rare appearance, kicking it away. Short punt and down by Milton on the Roswell 32-yard line. So let's see if the Eagles can once again produce a little bit more offense like they did on their last possession. Of course, they found success through the air.
I think they got to come back out and continue to throw the football.
Absolutely.
They did it really well in that last series. They didn't finish with anything, but they really came out, and James is back out there throwing the football again for this Roswell offense. So
keeping it on the ground instead, but a big hole right up the middle. That's Mashane Slade, the ball carrier. As Nick Steinhaus loses his helmet, he'll have to go to the sideline for at least one play.
The good thing about this Roswell team, Coach talked about, he said we're very young, but we have a very small senior class. So guess what? They'll be back next year, and this is a great learning experience for them going against a real good Milton defense.
2nd and 6 for Roswell. Good throw by Whitaker, right side. Complete to McCauley. Wide open there on the right side again because, as DJ pointed out earlier, the cornerbacks for Milton giving the wideouts plenty of cushion, and that time Whitaker and McCauley for Roswell took advantage of it.
Yep, they've been giving it to them all game. It's something that I thought they should have went to in the first half because they've been giving it to them. Look how far off they're playing. Take what they give you. Take the yards.
Oh, Milton's defensive lineman jumped too soon. That is Ryan Canzo. Encroachment against Milton. 5 free yards for the Roswell offense. So it'll be 1st and 5 from the Milton 46-yard line.
I'm sure they'll take it too.
Absolutely. They got a little rhythm going now. Let's see if they can get it in the end zone. Keeping it on the ground this time. Good outside cut by Slade, trying to stay alive, but he might have ended up losing 1 yard on that play. Might have gotten it back to the line of scrimmage.
Bouncing out, guys. It's
No
still
blocking.
running hard. Still running hard. Look at all the white guys on that side of the field. He made 2 or 3 guys miss, but when 2 or 3 guys miss, 3 or 4 other guys are coming.
Great pursuit by the Milton defense. 2nd and 6 for the Hornets. Whitaker looking to throw, rolling right side, facing a lot of pressure, trying to stay alive, but he will go down. The sack that time by 96, Nick Steinhaus. So a negative play, a big one for the Hornets.
Nick Steinhaus getting the pressure. We talked about this D-line being very physical. 9 sacks in 3 games. No, there's no stopping right there. Just have the motor to keep going.
Great pressure by the defensive line in the backfield.
They have lived on the other side of Roswell's line of scrimmage tonight.
Yes, they have. So now a big 3rd and 12 for the Hornets. Working from the 47-yard line, Whitaker backing way up and throws it in the dirt.
First screen of the night. They tried to set up a screen, but all 4 D linemen definitely saw what happened.
All over Machine Slade. Whitaker had nowhere to go. Had to throw it in the dirt. And Daniel DiRoberto will come on and punt it away for the Hornets.
You know, one good thing about this Milton team is Coach said every player that wanted to go to college, whether he got a scholarship in football or academically, they all qualified academically. So he said they really love how these kids prepare. They all got smart kids. And guess what? If they want to go to college, they can go off an athletic scholarship or academically.
DiRoberto with a good deep kick lands at the 13-yard line. And now Roswell, no, it goes out of bounds at the 10. So Milton will take over on their own 10-yard line. And, you know, Milton, as good as they have looked tonight, DJ Shockley, come in 3-0. They're most likely going to improve to 4-0. And this is after losing 35 players from last year's squad to graduation and 9 Division I scholarship players from last year's squad.
And that's pretty awesome. One of the, the notable players that they, left last year was Carl Lawson. Obviously, he was a big-time defensive player for him. But this is a team that lost 35 key players. They sent 9 players to Division I to play football. And look at them this year. They're right back at it. New guys stepping in.
Another flag slows down the progress of the contest. Referee Jerry Kelly. False start on the Eagles.
Our man Nathan Craner back there in the backfield trying to get a head start.
3rd year as head coach of the Milton Eagles for Howie DiCristofaro. Comes in with a record of 17-11 as the Milton leader.
Now, as you see, Austin is a starting quarterback. Coach told us about the competition he had this offseason with Clint Winter. Clint Winter also, he actually won the competition in the spring. But Austin actually won it in the summer. So there's been a huge competition between those two guys. Austin ended up winning it in the summertime, which is, good for him. But he said he believes that both of them can play. And if something ever happened to Austin, Clint will be ready to come right in and play.
Stanley Derrico, the sophomore, was the runner on that last play, but a rare situation where Roswell won the battle at the line of scrimmage, so it resulted in a loss of yardage. The Eagles will now be facing 2nd and 16, working from their 4-yard line as timeout is called on the field. Timeout called by Roswell, trailing by 30 points with 5 minutes to go here in the Hornets' nest. Next week it'll be week 5 of Friday night high school football. And we'll be heading to Cherokee to check out the 2-1 Warriors hosting the Walton Raiders. That's next Friday. Every Friday, kickoff at 7:30 p.m. as we stream live on WSBTV.com. We thank you so much for joining us throughout the season so far, and we certainly hope you'll be back with us next Friday as Walton takes on Cherokee. That'll be coming your way, WSBTV.com.
Looking forward to that. Walton has a pretty good quarterback at Mr. Price. I've seen him a couple times this summer. Elite 11 kid, went out and played really well. Even though his team is 1-2, he's played pretty well.
2nd and 16 for the Milton Eagles. 4:59 remain in the contest.
Man, what's been surprising for this team? We did our research on this team. We looked at all the stats, and I remember you talking to coach and saying, hey, you guys do everything well except for 3rd down. But tonight they've been pretty successful on 3rd down. They were 7 of 28 on 3rd down previously. But tonight seems like everything's been working for them. We only seen 2 punts tonight, so they definitely gotten the job done on 3rd down. And
absolutely. came in 100% on fourth down conversions and also came in averaging 46 points a game. They'll probably be a little bit below that tonight, but still a dominating performance as Chris Turner gets the handoff for the second straight play for the Eagles. Gets it out to the 11-yard line. So a rare stop by the Roswell defense. Milton still playing most of their starters on offense. Chris Turner is a junior, a backup running back. He's already scored 2 touchdowns early on in the first quarter of this game. And that's when Milton took charge and never relinquished control of the contest. Porter Matt Moskowitz booms it all the way back to the Roswell 40-yard line. Fielded by McCauley, I believe, yes. And nowhere to go. Good coverage by the punt team for the Eagles.
That's a huge threat right there. You got a punter who can punt the ball like that and change field position. High kick allows his guys to get down there. That's going to be something they really, really going to need, especially down later in the year.
Roswell takes over on their own 42. 1st and 10 for backup quarterback James Whitaker. Whitaker looking to throw, quick release, and completely covered was Hunter Coleman, but interference called on Lucas Nedza of the Eagles. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got there.
Yeah. That was a good tackle.
When you got to go through his back, 9 times out of 10, they're going to call that one.
That was a good tackle. About 5 seconds too early. Bonus yards for the Hornets as they mark it off. All the way down to the 43-yard line of the Eagles. Lucas Nedza has done a good job tonight, but that was not one of his best efforts.
Being aggressive, he knows they want to throw those look. They try to play some kind of cover 4, cover 2 look on the outside.
Less than 3 minutes to go here in Roswell. Whitaker looking for some room, scrambling around and taken down by Marty Horan. Again, the pressure of the Milton defensive lineman, so impressive.
Just hasn't had time to even sit back there and see what's going on all night. That's pretty much been the tell of the game. They've gotten on the other side of the line of scrimmage and forced these quarterbacks of Roswell to be very uncomfortable back there. And every time they step up, here comes the cavalry.
Loss of 3 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 13 from the Milton 46-yard line with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here at the Hornets' Nest. Whitaker taking the shotgun snap, looking down the middle, throwing it up for grabs and way beyond any Roswell receiver. Hunter Coleman, number 15, the closest one back there. Eric Peterson was actually the closest player.
Good looking pass. I like the way he threw it out there. Stood in there, took a shot. Just didn't have enough time to let his receiver to get down there. But good looking throw there. I like that.
3rd and 12 for the Hornets. Clock continues to run. James Whitaker, the backup quarterback for Roswell. Hands it off to Sheldon Evans, nowhere to run, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all he can do on a 3rd and 12 play. Not much there. That was Kendrick Jackson, number 29, the ball carrier.
That's been the story of the night. Not much being there for Roswell in the run game. It really was shut down tonight because of the pressure up front by this Milton defense. They came out and played really well tonight and really put a lot of pressure, not only running backs, but also on the quarterback of Roswell tonight, whether it was Matt Corey or James Whitaker.
Final minute of play here in Roswell, Georgia. The home team Hornets have been dominated by their Fulton County rival, the Milton Eagles, as Daniel DiRoberto once again punts it away, goes into the end zone, be a touchback, and Milton will run out the clock starting at their own 20-yard line. So Milton head coach Howie D. Cristofero has got it going as the leader of the Milton Eagle program, DJ Shockley.
Yep.
And they are looking, after this performance tonight, looking like a strong contender to cause a lot of havoc
in the
playoffs.
They got a lot of big-time players on his offense. They got a lot of guys who can swarm to the football. On defense, this is a very potent offense and potent defense who can really make a lot of plays with the ball in their hands regardless of who has it.
That'll be the final play of the game. The Milton Eagles dominating their rival, the Roswell Hornets. 33-3, the final score here at Ray Manus Stadium in Roswell, Georgia. Milton has now won 3 in a row against their rival, Roswell, and that also is very impressive for Howie DeCristofaro and his team.
He is. He should be very proud of how his team came out and fought tonight. Offensively, defense, special teams, they did everything they needed to do tonight. They pushed the line of scrimmage, which caused Roswell so many issues up front, trying to run the football, trying to throw the football. They could do nothing. They were stymied all night. But give credit to Milton coming out and putting their best foot forward and finished this game off and never gave Roswell any chance of coming back.
They dominated throughout the contest, showed their superiority in strength, power, and performance. The Milton Eagles dominate the Roswell Hornets 33-3. That's our final score from North Fulton County. For DJ